Well. Mm, 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 mm. Well. What is up, everybody? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome to the channel for everybody that may be new. Okay, come on in. Listen, y'all. I feel like it's so much to go over. I'm gonna try to take my time with this live. Understand, girl. We don't went from, in my opinion, nothing to get into and nothing to talk about to it being so much going on. And we gotta touch on the people, okay? We definitely gotta touch on the people. Before I really get into some things, I definitely gotta shout out Really BTV and shout out to my girl. She was able to pull up the wheel for Miss Tracy, and she explained to people how to find it. Shout out to her. And I'm definitely gonna get into it as well. Okay, we're gonna get into that towards the later part of the show. We'll wait for more people to come into, because we got some other stuff that we're gonna talk about with the Braxtons or whatnot. Okay, because they have been in shambles and social media has been in shambles surrounding them as well. Because there's been so much conversation, so much going on about who's right, who's wrong, and all of that, girl. But we are gonna get into it. Okay. Megan Thee Stallion set to host the VMAs. Have to get into that in her latest interview with Billboard. Girl, icy, spicy, dicey. We have to talk about her and her shading and disrespecting her good girl, Miss Cleo. And Cleo wasn't the only person. Okay, people been trying to tell y'all about Miss Icy Spicy, but y'all gonna do what y'all want to do anyway, because that's just how y'all is. So we gonna let you guys support. You know, it's not a surprise for the people. You guys often support lackluster things, and I'm gonna let you because you have that right. Okay, but we'll get into her. A little piece of Miss Phaedra, Dr. Heavenly, this Dancing with the Stars situation and things. So, without further ado, make sure you guys are indeed coming into the video. You are liking up the video for your girl. Okay, make sure that you are doing the things, and we are going to talk about some stuff. One second here. All right. Boom, shaka, laka. Okay. I need to check one more thing before we really get into it. Am I sharing that tab? All right, perfect. All right. So yeah, make sure you guys are coming in, supporting the channel, liking up the video. First thing I want to get into is, okay, let's switch this up just a little piece. Shout out to Miss Risa Tisa. Okay, shout out to her, because I don't know if the people really know. Hey, Scotty, what's going on? Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, what's going on, honey? Welcome to the A. What's going on? Thank you so much for the super chat. Um, Yes. Okay, y'all, Miss Risa Tisa. Understand this. The Miss Girl done got her story adapted. Okay. Miss Natasha Rothwell is about to start and produce it. I think that's really a big deal in my personal. So I'm like, go ahead. Y'all know she got signed to a really big agency after her story went viral over there on TikTok and stuff. So I'm like, that's what's up. They're saying that Natasha Rothwell is developing a TV adaptation of Who the Fuck Did I Marry? All right. What else are they saying? There was some other stuff that I had skimmed down to get into the tea of stuff. So they say following a competitive bidding war, Rothwell acquired the rights to Who the Fuck Did I Marry? Girl, now I guarantee y'all, I don't care what nobody talking about. I guarantee you that one of the people that was a part of the bidding war could have been Tyler. Okay, because that sounds like something right up his damn alley, if you ask me, baby. Okay, Tyler Perry was over there trying to get in. Okay, and that is allegedly, that is just my opinion. That is not a fact, but I just, girl, that's what I think. Okay, I think that's what he was over there doing. Okay, but anywho, they're saying that her production company is called Big Hattie Productions, and that's where she was able to acquire, the rights to Who the F Did I Marry. She also goes on to mention a person named Mary McHenry, who was recently hired as a director of development, and they said that she's joining Big Hattie Productions after holding a role over there at CBS TV Studios. So this is good. Now they got, it seemed like they may have some connects with CBS, I believe Hulu as well, because she has created a comedy series that was over on Hulu. So ain't no telling where they gonna put this project at. So I think that's dope. And I also wonder how much percentage does Miss Risa Tisa owns of her own story. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm wondering how much percentage of that, like, how much of a kickback is Miss Ma'am gonna get while you over there using this lady's story? Okay. But girl, either way, congratulations, honey. And good luck. Okay. So that's that. Let's see what else as we move along. Okay. Because we gotta get to the juicy stuff in the back. Okay. What else we got? Miss Phaedra Parks. Phaedra is expected to be a part of Dancing with the Stars. Um, Congrats. That's gonna be interesting. I really cannot see Phaedra on that show. Phaedra, every time she be trying to pop that thing or do anything, she just don't seem like she got no rhythm at all. And I'm just being real honest. She just don't seem like she would be one of the girls Dancing with the Stars. But I mean, I'm sure there's been worse to go over on the show. So if that's what she wants to do, who the hell am I? I might peek in. I might peek in just a little bit and see what's going on with Miss Phaedra. But that is the rumor on the street that she'll be going over there joining. I don't know if she's officially announced it yet, but she'll be going over there doing that. Now that did not stop, and let me get my headphones hanging. I don't know what Dr. Heavenly issue is with Miss what's her name? Miss Phaedra, but she has some stuff to say. Okay, they're saying Dr. Heavenly jokingly says that Phaedra Parks would not be able to take her in a fight. I'm like, girl, how do we even get on the subject of you and Phaedra getting into a fight? Girl, what the hell you got going on? But let's see what Dr. Heavenly is over here talking about.
Okay, what she cannot. I'm just be clear with y'all. It might be some on there that can, but it ain't her. No, it's not her. No. And plus, she too classy based. We both too classy for that. We professionals. What? We professionals. We not gonna be. I'm classy. I don't know about the rest of them, but I am classy based. Me and Phaedra, we too classy for that. Y'all know that. Anyway, we gonna praise God. What you say, Jay Fresh? You don't know if I can fight or not. Y'all need to stop talking if y'all don't know. You don't know if I can fight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna fight. Listen, if I fight on Mary Winston, that's the last time y'all will see my ignorant ass. I'd be like, you know what? I got to go. I got my whip. That's it. I'm out. That's it. I'm telling you. I gotta whip my. I don't know why y'all just be spreading lies. First y'all said I was a grandmama. Ooh. Then you said I got my whipped. Y'all just stop all because I'm gonna always tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you what happened. And I'm going to tell you in a way that's going to be funny because it be funny. Then y'all this funny after the fact. Now, that day it might not have been. But after that, somebody got well, we going to talk about it. That's what we do. And in the next season of People Man, because I talked about it, but it happened in front of 2 million people. So what you want? If you say something on TV, I could talk about it on the YouTube. I'm sick of it. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, I ain't apologizing.
Now, Heavenly, why you had lied and had said that they had told you that you couldn't be over there on the YouTube, and then you had decided to roll over there to another app or whatnot, and then you had came back shortly after that back over to the YouTube. Who had told you couldn't be on YouTube?
Well, I'm sick of apologizing. I'm not doing it no more, okay? If Phaedra can't whip.
Girl, y'all need to start asking this lady about fighting and throwing hands. And y'all know only thing Heavenly gonna throw is that mouth. Now, she might throw a cup or something, if that, but Heavenly not finna fight. I agree with Heavenly. She too old to be getting into all of that fighting. All right. Okay, Heavenly said, I'm good to be messy, but I'm not good to be fighting. All right, there's a difference. Okay, now what else is interesting as we're talking about Phaedra and Heavenly, and more so Phaedra and her joining the Dancing with the Stars? The people are actually in an uproar about this woman, Anna Delvey, if that's how you say her name. She's a convicted felon, and she is set to compete on the show with her ankle monitor. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't think I agree with that at all. They're saying ABC announced their new cast, and one new contestant, Miss Anna, has many fans raising their eyebrows at their interesting choice. Anna, who was featured on the Netflix documentary Inventing Anna, was convicted on 8 felony counts, including fraud and grand larceny, after she was caught scamming rich people. Woo, they're saying Anna posed as a German heiress to an oil company and racked up over $250,000 from defrauding major financial institutions, banks, hotels, and friends. Did you have anything to do with the chase fraud and stuff that was going on, ma'am? Goodness gracious. She was sentenced to 12 years in prison, fined $24,000 in order to pay nearly $200,000 in restitution. She was released on good behavior in 2021, and by 2024, the whole gonna be set up here dancing and tap dancing in you bitch's face with an ankle monitor. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. Now, maybe she could be on a reality show. But I just don't think that's fair because I feel like if it was a person with a few, darker shades than her, they would have to sit the hell out and wait until the next time. Why y'all didn't give her the same thing y'all gave Victoria Monet and told her that she wasn't ready to perform at the VMAs? Why y'all ain't tell this woman the same thing and say, excuse me, ma'am, Miss Anna, you may have scammed them, but you will not be scamming us. And with that being said, Miss Tookie Lou, you will not be hitting that stage busting a Boosie Lou. That's what you're not finna do, okay? So y'all should have sat up there and told Miss Anna, not this year, maybe next. When does the ankle monitor come off? Okay, when it comes off, you can get on. That's what y'all should have told her, but y'all let her do what she want to do anyway, because that's just how y'all is, okay? And she about scammed her way up in there anyway. But y'all should have told Hannah she had to sit. Miss Anna, she had to sit out. But Anna need that coin though. If she got to pay $200,000 in restitution, girl, she gonna be out there dancing for her life. Now, let me tell y'all, if y'all clearly she gonna be out there and it ain't there we could do about it. Clearly, she's going to be on the stage doing her thing. But if she's gonna be out there, she better not win. I don't think that's fair. Okay. And being that so many people want to be in an uproar about it, I would expect you guys to not vote for her either. Okay, but girl, I guess congratulations and good luck. Y'all was the same MFers that came back and told Mr. Brown when he thought that he was finna sit up there and perform for somebody, do an opening show. You ain't hitting this stage. You remember what you did them years ago? We ain't forget. You may think we forgot, sir, but you're not finna come and do any kind of tribute to Michael Jackson. You said, well, no, you're not you. You're not coming. Not at all. But Anna, step aside, Mr. No, thank you. Step aside. We appreciate. Come to the front. We will give you a platform. Absolutely, yes, ma'am. Well, I mean, you didn't hit anyone. You just robbed people. That's what you did. You scammed the people out of tons of money, and that's okay. We can deal with that. We can't deal with this. Okay. You say what, a criminal is a criminal? Well, listen, we like you as a criminal better. How about that? You come on to the front, ankle monitor and all. Okay, and you come on over and you dance with the people. All right. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. That's what it was giving, bitch. All right. Girl, y'all is domestic in the streets, but we're gonna let you guys do what you want to do anyway, because that's just how y'all is. Okay. What else? Let's move this train right along, girl. Listen, I might be done with this video much sooner than what I'm thinking, but I don't know. Because we got this Ice Spice stuff. Miss Icy Spicey. It's a lot going on over there. But before we get into her, let's touch on Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, she is supposed to be hosting the VMAs. Some people had an issue with it. I don't know why. And some people like it. They love the fact that she's about to host the VMAs. So there's that. She did an interview with Billboard, and this is something she had to say. They said Megan Thee Stallion also spoke with Billboard about her relationship with Cardi B and Glorilla and how good it felt for them all to be on stage together in NYC. She says, I genuinely love Cardi. I genuinely love Glow. In the industry, you really don't meet a lot of girls who want to see you be successful. You meet people. And I'm not just going to say girls, but you don't meet a lot of artists that want you to have success because they're scared sometimes. It's going to take away from their success. I believe that music is competition, rap is competition, but those two ladies, I feel like we all like to see each other do good things. We like to see each other win, sharing the stage with people that want to see you do good and you want to see them do good. It felt very uplifting, okay? I felt like we were feeding off of each other. I felt like we helped each other. Being on stage with them made me happy. Okay, so that's what Miss Megan had to say about Cardi and Glow. I did hear, I believe that Glow did an interview with Billboard too, and kind of mentioned that she and Megan may be doing like a joint project together. We'll see. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll wait and see. I think the chances of that happening may be very high, considering the fact that they did come off a tour together. But the reason why I have to wait to see it is because I remember when Cardi and Megan also, there was discussions about them doing some type of project together. So, and I don't think that ever really came forth, but they did a lot of different like individual things together. So we'll have to wait and see. Okay, as we continue to wait and see when this album from the drop from Miss Cardi B. Okay. But aside from that, Megan was also asked about Miss Nicki Minaj. And in the midst of being asked about Nicki, they go on to say that Megan Thee Stallion talks to Billboard on the possibility of reconciling with Nicki Minaj. Okay, now get this. She says, I still to this day don't know what the problem is. I don't know what the hell going on. I don't even know what could be reconciled because I to this day don't know what the damn problem is. Okay. Well, I don't know. Now, I will say Nikki has going on station here, the Queen Radio or whatever radio she went on this week or next week, and she kind of hinted at some things. And of course, when she gives some riddles, a lot of times her fans may take it, and I feel like they may not always have the riddles right. They may think that they do, and then they create what they believe Nikki is trying to say, and they translate it over to the social medias and stuff. So I'm not necessarily sure. I believe there was a situation where, okay, I know they did the song together. I believe it was Hot Girl Summer. Some people have speculated that Nikki has wanted Megan to sign to her label. And what be confusing me is why people talk about Nikki always wanting people to sign to her label when they're already signed to another label. So why would they need to sign to her label if they sign to somebody else's? I am confusion. Like they brought up the story of JT and Nikki. And Nikki not messing with JT because she won't sign to Heavy on it. JT was already signed to QC. So how does that work if she's already signed to a label that may not let her out her contract to go be with Nikki? Didn't Nikki have her own artist Heavy on it that she showed to us last year? Where are those people? How are they doing? So I'm like, are y'all sure it's related to Heavy on it? Not sure. Okay, but y'all let me know. Y'all know more than me, y'all. I'm also hearing that Nikki didn't like the fact that Megan allegedly mentioned something to her about abortion when and trying to get her to drink or something. And this was before she even conceived Papa Bear. She was trying to conceive, and that came up. So they were trying to say that that was one of the issues. And I don't know. Okay, now I'm slick with Megan a little bit because I'm like, if a BIT has not come to me directly, okay, come to me directly to tell me what the fuck their issue is, then bitch, I don't know what the hell we reconcile because I don't know what's going on. Now you can sit on your platform, do all kind of riddles and tell bitches all kind of things for them to come and get in my mentions about, but I care nothing about them. Okay, you have not come to me directly. So what is the problem? What is this problem you speak of? So I don't blame her just a little piece. If she like, I don't know the fuck going on, girl. They ain't got shit to do with me. Until she come to me directly and tell me she got an issue, I guess we ain't got one. So okay, girl. Good luck. Okay. But there's that, honey. Let's see what else we got. Y'all leave y'all thoughts on Mr. Megan. Okay. Now we're about to get into the icy spicy dicey of it all. Okay, make sure that you guys are indeed liking up the video for your girl if you have yet to do so at this time. Okay, I feel like it's so many moving parts. Hold on one second. Okay, I feel like it's so many moving parts to all of this stuff that's been going on with Ice Spice and this whole situation with Cleopatra and the manager to the daddy to girl, like it's just a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Okay, so we're gonna try to get through it all as much as we possibly can. Okay, so that you guys are supporting the channel. Shout out to the 300 plus people we have in the chat. Hopefully we can get the likes to match. All right, so let's go ahead and start here. Now we're not going. I think we're gonna listen to the first part because she got like 6 parts, and I'm not gonna listen to all. I'm not gonna do it. Okay. I feel like the first part may give us the gist. I feel like a lot of you guys have already watched it. Probably don't feel like watching it again. You know what I'm saying? But I put it on a faster speed. We're gonna watch a little bit of this, and then we'll probably tap into part 6. Maybe get into some of the things Ice Spice had to say. Her ignorant, unprofessional as manager in my personal. So let us just start here with it, okay? Get into what Miss Cleopatra had, Cleo Trapper had.
It's your girl Cleo. So y'all know me. I've always been vocal about everything, about literally everything. Nobody can shut me up. Nobody can silence me. Like, was you silenced or was you silenced? Okay, and nobody's gonna do that to me. This video isn't to bash anyone. This is for me to speak on my experience and what I went through. And I want my fans to learn from this. My fans, my followers, my supporters, my future fans, followers, supporters. You don't even have to like me. I want y'all to literally take this situation that I'm about to break down to y'all and be inspired by it and understand that no matter what the opportunity is, nobody should make you feel less than or make you feel like shit because they gave you an opportunity. It does not matter. It does not give a door, an open way for somebody to try to humiliate you or try to make you feel less than. And I feel as though being such a confident Black woman, I'm sorry. I'm asking you as a Black woman. I didn't even want to like start tearing, okay? Anyways, as a Black woman, a confident one who knows exactly who she is and exactly what she wants in this world, people are so intimidated by it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's either you're intimidated and scared of it, or you love it and you just love it. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I was around somebody who was clearly intimidated by me, like, and just who I am as a person. And at first, it might have been something that they liked, but as you can see, I only go up, and I could be seen as a threat to somebody who clearly isn't confident. I can fall out with a friend over miscommunications, misunderstandings. That's okay. You know, we can work it out. Honestly, it's not something that is like has to end everything. You know what I'm saying? But you actually have one time to show me that you are jealous, intimidated, untrustworthy, fake, disloyal, and genuine, manipulative, and calculated. And
I slick have to say, Baby Storm did try to tell you that really should have been your one time for you to know that she was all of those things that you were listing. But I understand you wanted to hold it down for your friend. And I understand that the way Baby Storm approached the situation, she was trying to, I would say, kind of use you as a pawn a little bit by saying, hey, this is what she's saying about you, in hopes that you will react at that time. But I feel like those are the things that you take heed to. You're very young. You're going to learn. And this right here was definitely a learning lesson for that semi-personal.
And I promise you that will be the last time you ever play with me. Now I will break down how it ended. And for a lot of people that don't know, me and Ice did not grow up together. That is not my childhood friend. I met her 2 years ago. Before she blew up, I was very supportive of her. Before she even blew up, I was somebody that genuinely liked her. I was like, this girl is so cute. I seen her video on my Explore. She didn't even drop her viral song yet. And I was so supportive of her. Now, anyways, I'm just going to tell the story because you guys deserve to know. You guys deserve to know why we are not friends anymore, because a lot of y'all loved us being together. You guys do deserve to know why we're not friends. Y'all do deserve to know who y'all are so obsessed with. Y'all love us so much. Y'all deserve to know who that girl is as an actual human being. As an actual human being. Fuck looks. Fuck looks. Fuck all of that. As a human being, at your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all deserve to know. So the ending of July, I get a call from Ice very early in the morning. Cleo, come on tour with me. I miss you. Come. And I'm just like, girl, I'm not about to come on tour with you and watch you perform all month. Like, I got a nigga. I got stuff that I can be doing. I can be getting money. I have opportunities in New York. I have brand deals. I have things that I need to focus on. So for me to travel all over the United States with you to watch you perform, kind of crazy. She's like, no, I want you to perform. And I gag. You want me to perform? She ain't never, ever, ever, ever brought me out on stage. I was like, oh, wait, okay. Like, I guess this girl, in my head, this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, I guess she's really trying to make up for that fake shit that got exposed like a month ago.
All right, let me be honest, ma'am. Okay, you sit up there thinking that I guess you're trying to make up for the fake shit that got exposed, or the shit that got exposed about her being fake a while ago. That should have been alarming too. Why would you then allow her to kind of like slick use your ass? But you didn't know that you were going to be used the way that you were, because she went through a lot of shit, and I think a lot of people would have just left from being a part of that tour. And she'll kind of, hopefully, she'll get into it in this part, because I really don't want to watch all the rest of them again. But yeah, I feel like that should have been an indicator right there. But then I also understand the opportunity too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I feel like God will put signs out there. Like, you'll see things about your friend to know that they're not that great of a friend. I know I can relate to that. But you're still continuing to sit in it, thinking that how they may treat other people, they may not treat you, or whatever, or it's not affecting you at that moment. And then you continue to press on. And then now here you are finding yourself here when you were given the signs of discernment a long damn time ago, but you wanted to continue to rock out. But I do understand with Ice Spice having the following that she has, this young lady probably felt like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? This would be a great opportunity for me. Like, yeah, okay, cool. I'll do it. This is really major. Considering the fact that people start calling this shit out like earlier, I think this year or last year, where they were saying like, yo, you friends with Ice Spice, but she don't support you. She don't repost none of your music. All the love you be giving her is not giving it. She get it back to you. They had been clocking her. Been calling this girl out. So for you to already know what the people and the fans have been saying, and then for Baby Storm to drop that tea, and that was a screenshot of your friend talking about you, you should have started piecing stuff together at that time, in my opinion. Okay. But again, we could tell people stuff and show them stuff all day. They got to experience it and feel it for themselves. Okay. Thank you so much. What is Real TV? Thank you for the super chat. Finally caught alive. Love you, Jami. Thank you so much. Love you back. I sent you an email about a brand partnership. Okay. From It's All Me. Look forward to hearing from you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm going to look for that. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. And I'll be trying to find that email. Hopefully I find it and you don't have to send it back. That'd be girl. Oh, thank you. All right. Okay, so let's get into more. Yeah, let's check it out.
Like she's really trying to be a actual friend, because that shit was weird as fuck. And I checked her about that shit. And even for her to apologize was like pulling teeth. Like, girl, you got caught calling your friend jealous for no fucking reason. And her excuse was that I didn't speak up when I was asked if she was Nigerian. Like, girl, I met you a month before that video. I didn't even know you was Nigerian. So that was kind of weird to me too, that she was upset at me for not knowing if she was Nigerian. And she said that you could have at least said I was black. Like, girl, I didn't even know you.
I hate shit like that. That's the other thing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to, because listen, BITCH, not you want somebody to speak up to confirm whether or not you're black or Nigerian, but when it came down to supporting her in any capacity, bitch, you didn't do it. And now you want somebody to show up for you? No, Dookie dude.
Your PR? Am I supposed to be clearing up every time somebody's asking about you being black or Nigerian? Like, that's not my role. And I don't even know you. So I was so confused. Anyways, we moved back. Anyways, after that situation that had happened, with her ex-best friend exposing her for calling like just about everybody jealous, that was kind of like sick too. Because why do you think everybody's jealous of you?
That is
she literally
crazy
tried
though.
to link me
like,
being
bitch,
jealous of
everybody
her
not
with
jealous
that
of you
interview.
because you are. I really feel like, because and I hate to play into the complexion of it all, but because she's lighter than most light-skinned girls, I think she do be thinking. I think in her head she really thinks she like that because of that. In addition of how she blew up off of just one song so quickly. That also is blowing her head up. Like, everybody jealous. Like, BIT, who's jealous of getting drug all the time? Who's jealous of that? Everybody say your music sounds the same. It's giving poopity scoop. Poopity scoop is what it's giving. In all honesty, you let these little young kids hype your ass up on some fakeness. Okay. But the music really ain't giving that good. I don't care who's talking about how amazing it is. I don't care what y'all talking about. But you know what? You can't talk about it. You know why? Because that's your personal. Okay. And your taste in music may not be my taste. And for my taste, that ain't it. Okay. Why you over there talking about somebody? You think you the shit? No, I think your music is. I'm just a bit. No, don't fight me, girl. Don't. I know how you like to tussle, honey, or not tussle at all. You tussle with that mouth. But listen, okay, it's not hitting on my end. Sorry, Bookie Butts.
Of me not knowing if she was Nigerian. And I'm just like, girl, are you crazy? And she never said that she felt the way. And it was just like, I didn't even know that she was mad at me. She's just in messages talking about me. So she tells me, like, I think everybody's jealous of me. Don't take offense to it. I say that about everybody. I say that everybody's jealous of me. I even say that about my mom.
Girl, your mama?
Like, that's kind of sick. But okay.
Are you okay?
Like, okay. Fast forward though, I started thinking that a lot of the things that Ice was doing was calculated. Like, even the thing after her best friend exposing her, it was like, oh, like, let's go to the basketball game. Come with me to this basketball game. I'm thinking like, oh, she just wanted me to come with her to a basketball game. Like, maybe she's trying to make it up. I don't know why I kept thinking like she was trying to make it up for being like caught being fake. But it was just like, even the basketball game, it was like one day later, she's like dropping a song. It's like every time she's like inviting me out, because we never chilled on some like chill shit, bro. Like, it was never like just some chill. It was always like in the blogs the next day and the song is dropping too. So it was like, wait, this girl kind of uses me for her rollouts. So I'm just like, okay. When the tour thing came out, I'm like, oh, she's actually trying to like give me something now. Like, okay. She's trying to make it up. She's trying to be an actual good friend. I made a flyer announcing that I was going to be coming on tour with her. It did not even get reposted. It didn't even get a comment or a like, and she was tagged in it. The bill, it didn't even have my name on it. Like, just about nobody knew I was coming on tour. It was like a special guest. Like, she didn't even like shine any sort of like her own light on me. It was like kind of like all me. Like I want my things to come out. Like she didn't really try to like mesh me in with her actual fan base or try to like put her fan base onto me. Very calculated, you know? It was just given like, oh, let's let Cleo eat, but we gonna give her crumbs. Like we gonna shine light on her, but let's dim it. You know what I'm saying? It just gave that so much. Online says the show starts at 8. It would even say 9 sometimes. And guess what time I was going on? At 7:30, 7:45. I was going on before the show starts. So that was kind of weird in itself. I had no idea what to expect going on tour. I had no idea until I got on tour and started seeing certain things. And I'm just like, wait, why don't I have that? I didn't have a room. I was told I was going to be with her, but I didn't have a room. No room for me backstage at all. I was in her dressing room. I didn't have no writer. I was with her. And before I came on tour, I asked her, what were the things that I was going to have to pay for? Because this is so last minute. Like, you're only giving me one day to prepare. Like, it's July 30 something and we going on tour August 1st. Like, girl, like literally one day.
Okay, so let me try and get all my thoughts out. Okay. When it comes to like no promo, all right, I feel like, okay, let me say this. I feel like Ice Spice personally asked her because if her team, first of all, this should have been handled manager to manager, but I do feel like her manager had her ask Cleo personally so that they can avoid, because if you're talking to her manager or her label or something like that, Cleo's paperwork is going to have to get involved, right? And if Ice ain't got the budget to kind of cover her and her expenses or whatever the case is, or give her a percentage off the tour, then of course they wasn't going to reach out manager to manager. It was going to give Ice Spice asking and reaching out to a friend like, hey, do me this favor of being on the show, whatever, and seeing that she need an opportunity, whatever. She was like, I bet, yeah, I think this would be great. And the whole time they was playing her, taking advantage of her. Like, I just didn't understand some of the stuff that was happening that had to be that big of a deal. You gave this girl a day to get it together. And then how long did y'all have this schedule? You've been new for months, I'm sure, that y'all were going to go on this tour. I feel like she probably should have turned the opportunity down, in all honesty, because she was really giving an afterthought. Like, oh, okay, like, yeah, let's just bring her on the tour. Like, you thought about her on some last minute shit. It's really given that you probably wanted somebody else to do it and they weren't available to do it. And you probably talked to their manager or something and they probably wanted some money or whatever the case was. And y'all probably couldn't meet that. So you just said, oh, I need somebody to open for me. You know what? Let me just ask Cleo Trapper. Let me just ask her. So she was really giving an afterthought. So I think that was shady. But then also I feel like that's the reason why you didn't get the promo. So some of the stuff that you did not get, in my opinion, even like down to your own hotel room, in my opinion, I feel like it's because one, there was no contract. They played it up like you were doing a favor for a friend, right? And then yeah, that's primarily what it was. No, you know, she talked to you on a friend level as though you were doing a favor for her so that they wouldn't be obligated ultimately to give you anything. Only thing she told this girl was like, yeah, if you bring, because I think she wanted to bring a manager or somebody with her because it's so last minute. She was like, yeah, you can, but remember, you're gonna have to pay for them. But also I do see fault on Cleo's part, but I don't completely fault her because I feel like she's so new. She may have been an artist and doing her thing since 2018, but to enter this type of space where you're going on concerts, doing tours, whatever the case is, like, it's a different arena. And I think that she still should have had somebody with her, but she blindly went into it trying to trust her friend Ice and not really understanding how the process may work. You know what I'm saying? And I also like, it's such a learning lesson for her because I don't care. And you know, it's easier for me to say, right? Because I'm much older. And I think she may be in her early 20s or whatever. As you experience life, you're gonna know that it doesn't matter how many times a person say I got you, you always gonna make sure you got yourself. So honestly, bitch, I would have been had, like, I'm not trying to be cooped up in a room with you for real. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, now granted, some days, you know, depending, because if they're going on tour for 30 days, I'm sure that's thousands and thousands of dollars to secure, you know, a hotel room and all of this stuff. So I probably would definitely make sure I had myself. But also the problem is Ice made it seem like the girl had nothing to worry about. Also, so if she's blindly going into it, trusting her friend and stuff, and you telling her she ain't got shit to worry about, you got her this, that, and the other, that's what she's trusting. She's trusting your word because she don't think that you're gonna do to her what you may have done to other people, what she has already witnessed. She thinking that she's exempt from that, and she's going off of what you say. But for you to have the damn security person to go and get her bags And when she asked the security, I think when they got there, she asked the security, hey, can you go get my bag, bring it in here? I didn't need something. I left something, whatever the case was. When it was time to take it back, they didn't even help the girl take it back. What was that about? Like, it was just really weird. It was really weird. She addressed it with Ice Spice. She did address it, and she told her that she didn't like that or whatever the case was. She said Ice Spice started out acting like, oh, dang, that's messed up. That's messed up. I hate that he did that. But then before the damn hour was up, I guess Ice Spice flipped on her, and she was like, well, he needs to be near me 24/7. What he looks like leaving my side to go help you when you're not paying him, you're not the help. But then she says that, or at least you're not the one he's supposed to help. And she said, how much are you paying him? Ice is like, oh, we paying him a flat rate. Well, then he's gonna do whatever you tell him to do. Let me tell you, it's so many artists that have a large entourage with them. And if they're getting paid and somebody tells them to go get bags or go get this, they're gonna go get it without a fucking question. I do feel like Ice was the one that was dictating, oh, don't get her bags. Oh, she wants something to eat. Now she can't eat with us. She's gonna have to use her own. I don't know why she wanted the struggle to be so hard for her when you gave her your word and said that she would be able to, you will look out for her, you'll take care of her. Like, I do think that Ice was the one giving the directions, especially when the girl said she sat on the damn bus from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. waiting on Ice to come on. And she like, why we just sitting here? And they said, oh, because Ice not ready to go. Girl, what? Then she finally got her assistant or the manager's assistant to come out with her. And they're thinking that it's going to be another bus, which was Riot's bus. And I'm like, why the fuck does Riot even have a bus? What he need a bus for? But anywho, he all up Ice Spice is ass in a whole nother bus. So when they're trying to get on the bus, Riot was on Riot's like, no. I'm like, oh, girl, it's too much selfishness going on around here. It's too much going on. It was just, it's a sad situation. I'm trying to think of more that ended up happening with her. I think she tried to order a chicken salad, couldn't get that. One time she was hanging with Riot, and Ice Spice was with Riot. They get back to the hotel, and I think that on the bus, she said something about she was sleeping in that back room, I guess, with Ice Spice. And I guess Ice Spice texted her and said, hey, Riot coming back here with me or whatever. So she stayed in the front. When they get inside the hotel, instead of her texting her and say, hey, you might want to go ahead and get your own room because he going to be in here with me or whatever the case was, she waits till the girl get on the elevator to try and embarrass her. And I believe everything that she's saying. Like, you're not going to get your own room? Like, BIT, how you let us walk past the front desk and now I get on the elevator hole and you want to ask me about, am I getting my own room? But in all honesty, too, for me, I about would have peeped what the hell was going on. And based on me peeping what my homegirl, I'm probably going to go get my own damn room. I'm not finna intrude on what y'all got. Like, I'm not trying to be around all that. Let me go get my own, She also mentioned how she had to hang with the other makeup artist, hang with the makeup artist. She treated her like a friend. She let her stay in that room and everything. So she was able to finish out the tour because of her mom, that was supposed to come and see her perform. The makeup artist was continuing to support her and stuff. But I do think that at some point communications should have happened with her manager or even her label, because I just feel like you should have just had the support, to just cover all bases, to make sure people are aware of what it is that you're doing. And this is new for you. You don't know. So in the future, I'm sure she'll make sure that, she got her back no matter what somebody else is trying to tell her that they got, because you can't trust everybody like that. But yeah, Ice is weird. I don't give a fuck nobody say, girl, that's a weird chick. That's a weird chick. And then when you do wrong by people and you always bring it back to, oh, they're jealous. BITCH, everybody ain't jealous of you. You just a nasty person. How about that? That's just what it is, okay? What the fuck? They're just jealous of what? What is they jealous of? Icy Spicey? What is that, girl? No. Okay, I don't think it's jealousy. I think they just call you out and you can't handle it. The girl sent her a text message expressing herself, and she didn't even say, damn, I'm sorry you felt that way. Why you ain't never tell me when we was, there? She gonna respond on something. Girl, you ungrateful. You just ungrateful. You know what else? James told me that your ex was ungrateful too. I don't want to hear nothing else, because I had did this and did that for you, and instead of you taking heed or whatever like that, girl, you the one that want to come at me because you did not have the financial backing, and because you wasn't financially stable on this trip to make sure that you had the things that you had. Bitch, why I need to be financially anything when you say that you got me, ho? Okay? And then you got James whack ass, whoever her manager is, want to get online and he want to talk all that shit, trying to make it seem like it's this girl's fault, when if anything, you need to be holding yourself and your client accountable. Miss Icy Spicy. Yes, because she should have never been communicating with this girl to get her to host or open up or do any of that. Okay. You should have went over there and had a conversation with her manager, because what was so funny was he get online after he deleted his tweets, baby. Get online and trying to say something like, "Oh, well, I talked to Cleo's manager, and the manager admitted that it was his fault. He didn't communicate this, that, and the other, and they didn't have the financial backing." And she, or talking about her not having a financial backing. First of all, you're gonna talk about her, say her name. Stop saying the artist, bitch. And then the other thing is, if you felt like she didn't have the financial backing or any of that, why the fuck would y'all invite her to begin with? If you felt like she wasn't so up to par as your artist is. And since your artist is that fucking amazing and so up to par, why she ain't get even better people that already got a name for themselves opening up for her? Since she's that girl, I'm a little confused. Girl, he pissed me off with the bullshit he was spewing. But let's see what Miss Ice Spice is over here saying in this Clubhouse thing she got.
Y'all put in laughing faces. Y'all know this is not funny. Crashing out is sad, you guys. Like, the scary part of fame, honestly, is the moment that somebody feels like they can no longer use your platform, or like they're not getting exactly what they want out of a situation the way that they.
Ma'am, do you hear yourself, little girl? Do you hear yourself? The moment people feel like they can no longer use your platform, first of all, you never promoted the girl to begin with. So, or before or after or during. So, what platform was she really using? And then when she can no longer use it, what are you talking about when she did the full tour? Whatever she was supposed to do, she went ahead and fulfilled it. Then she called your ass out. Exactly how I feel she about should have did it. Exactly how she should have did it. So the platform has been used, the platform has been done, and the platform is no longer desired. Are you okay? Child, I can't. Oh, hell to the
want it.
no.
You know what I mean? It's like that's when they decide to crash out every single time.
Like you didn't crash out in them text messages when you was over there talking about Nikki. You okay? You sure? Are you okay, love? The way you was over there crashing out in them text messages talking about your very best friend, Miss Cleo, that you was not promoting. You crashed out so much that you will say your mama jealous. Bitch, is you okay?
Like, I'm noticing a pattern, bro.
With yourself.
And the shit is sad because I
It
genuinely was
is.
trying to help her. Like, I'm like, yo, do you want to just come on this tour? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could just like join. Like, mad last minute type shit. What had actually happened
Thanks for
is
admitting
that
that it
we
was last
added
minute.
another tour bus. So I'm like, now we have extra room.
Oh, you have an extra room? Oh, I invited her because now we have extra room. Why the fuck she ain't never get to use the room that was had? Why, when she was trying to get the assistant on there, Riot over there talking about, so no, can't sit here. What is that about? What is that about? What he even need a damn bus for if he gonna be up your ass? Number one. Number two, he's not performing. Why does he need his own bus? What's going on? What? Girl, admit that you made promises that you could not fulfill. That's what we need you to do. And we also need you to get a PR person and stop letting your manager do it, because he's out here making both of y'all look like a fool. Hence the reason his ass decided to delete them tweets after he was getting chewed up and spit out. Okay.
We have extra bunks. So I'm like, oh, let me see if Cleo wants to come. Feel me? So she could do like her songs and stuff like that. But that's what the fuck I get for trying to be a good person. It's whatever, bro.
Girl, go
Honestly,
ahead.
like, you know, that's not gonna stop me from still trying to be a good person. Like, I'm gonna always
I do not like
help the next person out. Like, and that's
I
really
can't stand
my
this little girl.
fault for real, because whatever though. But to say like just to leave out so many details is crazy. Like, how you not gonna tell the people, bitch, we was on them rides at the theme park screaming our vocal cords out, like to the point where the next day it was hard to perform. Like, bitch, we was having fun. So for you to try to sit here and complain about a chicken salad, it's like you never came to me talking about a chicken salad. What are you really talking about right now?
Because has she come to you, you wouldn't have gave a damn like you did when she was talking about the damn bags. You wouldn't have gave a damn the same way y'all went to that steakhouse and never told her or the other girl that y'all had went and got something to eat. Okay.
Now, you gonna send me a
Girl, let's
whole
speed this up,
essay
boo.
after tour? Like, you just gonna get off the bus? I don't even know you got off the bus. and you gonna send me an essay with an intro, bodies, and a conclusion, like, and you want me to try to like analyze this shit and figure out how I'm wrong.
Yeah, we're not gonna ask you to analyze because I do think a few things are missing up there. I don't care what nobody's talking about. I don't care nothing about what school. Oh, she went to this, advanced school. Was the school advanced before or after she went there? Because I'm really believing that it happened after. Okay, after she left. Okay, so some things be happening up there, girl. So we knew that you wasn't gonna take the time to really dissect, process, and answer appropriately because you immediately responded with ungrateful. Okay, then you sat up there and said the girl was a careerless bomb. If she's a careerless bomb, then why the fuck would you want her on your stuff? I'm confusion.
When all I did was share my stage with you, when I didn't even have to do that. You got less than 10,000 listeners, and I'm sharing my stage with you, and you feeling so entitled. Like, you thinking that my peoples that work for me is supposed to work for you too?
I
Like,
don't think she thought that they were supposed to work for her. I think that you set it up for her to believe that that is what was supposed to happen. Now, I will say that is where Cleo has to learn a major lesson because I do believe that when people go on tour with others, that they are held responsible for their housing, any dancers, backup singers that they have or whatever. That is your responsibility, not the overall, headline or whatever the person is responsibility. Whoever tours it is, I don't believe that is fully their responsibility. But then you got to understand, typically what I would believe is how you're going about a concert. Contracts, conversations, things to pen to paper is what happens to secure that everybody is done properly. Ma'am, you went to her in an unprofessional ass way, in my opinion. It wasn't like she was just, how you made, in my opinion, right? So let's say Ice Spice did something in Atlanta and she had a conversation with OMG girls and was like, hey, can y'all come out for me? They probably like, yeah, bet. That probably would be okay to have a one-on-one conversation because they only popping out one time, right? But when you have somebody opening up for you consistently throughout your tour, that's a different conversation. And how you approach the situation to me was unprofessional. And then when she gives you unprofessionalism, as you would like to call it, then you set the ground for that. That's on you. That's on you. So it's killing me softly. I do feel like Cleo has some things she needs to learn, but also I do not believe that Ice Spice and her team are completely exempt of any accountability here. Okay,
that's so crazy to me. Like, how I'm in the shower, you gon' barge in while I'm butt ass naked, trying to press me about some bags that you got to carry some bags. What? Like,
this is absolutely right. What's up, the plainest Jane, honey? Cleo was told to come along. That is right, because she said if you bring somebody, you're gonna have to pay for them. So told she couldn't bring any manager, assistant, boyfriend, nothing. Ice wanted the girl isolated and struggling. And there's that. Thank you.
nah, that's that shit, bro. But that's all I could do, y'all.
That's all you could do. Okay, cool. It was something else I wanted to mention that Cleo kept saying in her video. She was like, "Oh, I feel like Ice Spice just, after I confronted her in Philly about the bags and stuff, I feel like, when I started continuing to get mistreated, I felt like she was what she said, I feel like she was still mad about what I said to her in Philly. I really felt like she was mad. It was like, dang, I really got you bent from what I said then that you'll mistreat me." And I'm like, "No, ma'am. No, ma'am, that is not what that is. Okay. What it is that girl didn't like your ass to begin with. Okay. That's what I need you to, that's what I need you to see. If you have a conversation with your friend on a one-off incident and y'all get that figured out and she goes on to mistreat you, in my opinion, that one-off incident ain't got nothing to do with the continued treatment. She been not fucking with you. High key. And the only reason she brought you on there to open up for her was to use you. And it was part of what you said. For the people that feel like, oh, Ice Spice don't do that for Cleo, this, that, that. It was like, let me throw her a bone so people can stop saying that I do that. Yeah, she did that to use you, and possibly because they didn't have the money in their budget to pay somebody else to come out. So she was like, let me just see. You were an afterthought, boo. She never with you like that. Okay. That wasn't something that just came from that trip. Okay, love. I need you to know that.
All I could do is sigh about it, because it's just like, what can you do, bro? It's like, damn. Crash outs and they going on rants, bro. Crash outs and they going on rants. But fuck it though. At the end of the day, it's whatever, bro. Like, this shit comes with it, like, y'all see clearly. This will come with it, bro, right?
Shut up. Let's get to real quick. the manager. Okay, they started off saying nasty work, and baby, y'all is right, nasty work. So the manager says this is what happens when artist team don't manage their artist expectations when an opportunity comes in front of them. If you're not prepared for an opportunity and your team isn't properly advancing, then that's on them, not on us offering the opportunity. I don't fully agree with that, but I do kind of see what he's saying a little bit. I feel like her team should have definitely made sure that she was like aware of how to handle situations like this. Like whenever you do a contract, whenever you're doing tours, you want to make sure this is happening, that's happening, this happening, that happening, right? But at the same time, while he's talking about an artist team don't manage their artist expectations when opportunity comes in front of them, I feel like that's on y'all fault, because if you know how much a team is supposed to operate, then you, sir, should have been approaching her about the opportunity versus sending ICE to ask her about the opportunity. And when I hear that y'all send ICE to ask her about an opportunity last minute and as a friend, it was giving a finesse. Then he says you have to invest in yourself, aka pay expenses if needed to be for the opportunity. Is corny. It's corny. What's corny is your artist telling this girl that she got her and that she didn't need to worry about nothing and to just come on. You don't need this, you don't need that. If you bring them, you're gonna have to pay for them or share a room or whatever the fuck it was that she said to the girl. Okay, like that just doesn't make sense. She set up the expectation. Your artist set up the expectation for her. Shame on her for following the expectation that your artist did not come through on. Someone gives you an opportunity, and this is the thanks they get. The person gets. Openers don't have the same things as headliners. No, they don't. That is a true statement. They don't have the same things as headliners unless you're financially paying for those things. But y'all knew that she's new to this. I just feel like she was being taken advantage of, and I don't care what nobody's saying. Ain't nobody gonna change my mind on that at all. Y'all knew that. And her ICE and her team knew that as well. And y'all trying to paint this girl out to be the bad person. He goes on to say the entitlement and ego are crazy. The entitlement and ego is coming from your fucking person. Miss, I'm finna sit up here in this hotel room and have everybody downstairs waiting on my ass from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The entitlement and the ego is crazy. Okay. And artists and their team needs to know what to do when these opportunities come their way. They need to know how to leverage it to advance their career. But some artists just don't know how to come out with hits. So they crash out and go on rants. I just feel like that's trash when your artist looked up on some hoe shit. And any other thing that she had that may have went was really because she was coming at Lotto. Let's be very honest about that. Okay. Outside of Munch, I don't think she had too much that really hit. She can't come out with hits. And then this is the other thing that killed me softly. People love to sit up here and act like people drop hits because y'all force the shit on us. And y'all force the people on us. Bad Baby ass about had a hit. It don't mean the shit was good. It means that Shade Room and Neighborhood Talk kept putting this hoe in people's face. Okay, let's not act like your artist is really that great. Stop that. If another bigger artist hit my client and say, come on tour with her or him with one day to prepare, as the manager, I would advise my client, this is risky. I would then connect with the other artist management. Okay, well, if that's what you would do, Bookie, Dookie, but then why did y'all not connect with her manager and her agent? Something in the milk is not clean. All right. He says immediately to advance logistics to see if it makes sense to avoid any hiccups. Okay. Somebody says this is so insane to me because the girl literally asked what was needed from her and was told nothing. She would have been more than ready to have her team and pay expenses, but ICE literally told her that she'd be paid for. Okay. So we need you to bridge the gap between your clients. Okay. And then in the multiple times she asked if she should pay or bring a team, is silence. Like, this is really insane to me. So he says two artists can't speak on logistics and business. Well, if they can't, then why would you let Icy Spicey go forward to ask Miss Cleo Trapper to be a part of this shit show? Why would you do that? Which further confirms to me that this was a finesse, in my opinion. And it was a finesse turned out to make it seem like it was supposed to be a favor. Like, we're giving you this opportunity. Like, they don't, like, the music industry stay taking advantage of people. Shit, you could write a whole song for a person and they'll swipe the song from under you and you not get paid. You could be over there opening up shows, doing this and that and not getting no money, no nothing. No, nothing. So I'm just, management needs to properly advise their client and get ahead of any potential hiccups. You should have did that, because now you trying to get ahead of it, but it's you in the back of it, and it's not looking good. I'm not allowing my client to go out on the road without me advancing it. Somebody says, so then hold your artist accountable, James. Why did your artist speak and invite her on a tour if your artist can't speak on logistics? Come on, baby. Business, and agree on same day without proper representation. Then why did that happen? He said, somebody says, no, I think this was Icy. Wait, but y'all gave one day to prepare, question mark. He says, we gave her opportunity to showcase. Well, I'm not sure who that was. She's fishy. They said, wait, y'all gave one day to prepare. They said, we gave her opportunity to showcase her talent to all age crowd. She could have said something in the lines of, hey, this is last minute invite and I won't come out the show next day, but I start on this later tour. Well, I'll start on this later tour date so our teams can handle logistics and I can be prepared for it. Here's the other thing though, James. Were you present for the conversation? Because you don't know how it was the question was posed to her. You don't know what influence was given to convince her to do the show either. Okay. He says, my team spoke to the artist manager this morning, and the artist manager, and that's what's killing me. If you're gonna keep saying, if you're gonna be talking about it, just say a damn name. Okay. And the artist manager said he blames himself because he pushed his client to stay because it was a great opportunity. I don't believe the shit he said. When her manager comes out and say they part and accept fault for anything, then maybe. He says, but he knows his client is 100% wrong. I can't. The manager realized his client didn't have the financial backing to be on the tour. So the manager realized that and y'all didn't. I cannot. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't even. I can't. I can't. He said a bunch of something and a lot of nothing. And I feel like the things that he said has contradicted him and his own team. While you out here trying to paint somebody else as being completely in the wrong. And since y'all are the ones that is so tied to a label and have the biggest artists, I would expect y'all to be the most professional, not a person that's a newcomer into the industry and not really knowing all the ins and outs as y'all may have at this point. I don't have time. All right. But that's that, girl. I'm not gonna get on them no more. All right. Good luck. Whew. Girl, ain't that crazy? Girl, about not as crazy as Miss Tamar continuing to go back and back, okay? With this man. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. On a public. Now, Tamar, baby. Tamar. Okay, listen. I need you to get the necessary help that you need. Now, you did tell the people that you were in therapy, and you need to continue that. Okay. We are not going to be able to continue, especially your son. I would think, I hope that he doesn't like have social media or anything, but we're not going to be able to continue to deal with the rants. I mean, well, girl, we are going to be able to deal because it ain't our life, girl. We just going to read it, discuss it, and move on. But Haki, listen, for you, you have to get it together. You're gonna have to. I feel like it's been the same old antics since you was with that other man. What's his name, David? You have been going through this. We tired. I know you have to be, girl. Just be single, please. Okay, you and this man have been going through the ups and downs since he finessed you. Okay, and put that ring on your finger on that show. He was with Tommy. He not with Tommy. You sit over there in interviews, letting Carlos King laugh and make jokes about the man. He snaps on you on social media. Girl, what is going on? You want to save your family. Then you sit over there and call your sisters out and say they the worst people on the earth. You know what I'm saying? They just the worst or whatever, which is so funny because even when Tamar called them the worst, and then you got fans sitting up there talking about they the worst or whatever, girl, then they want to try and call the fans out and try and go off on the fans as if they own relatives ain't saying they the worst. Girl, Tracy has ate their ass up on plenty of occasions, but y'all bad at the fans. Anyway, okay. And then not only did you drag your family, okay, you came back and you was with that man and you gifted him this chain for his birthday. You was happy to be there. And then now here we are. He playing in your face with yet another young woman. Tamar, don't let this man do this to you no more. Just fall back, okay? Just fall back. Now, she said, you done played in my face for a 25-year-old, shaking my head, took my jewelry, took me to Turks, and all along had a whole tramp. I hate you. Tamar, I'm going to be real honest. I don't know this man. I only know what this man presents, okay? And I'm not going to say that he's a thought or anything like that. I don't know what that man do. What I do know is he has a lot of children. You say what? You knew that too. Remember when you tried to sit up there and post or make a comment or something about that lady child and she snapped on your You should have known something probably was happening over there with that. Okay. But this man has a lot of kids. And I'm not saying he don't take care of them because I believe that he does. I'm just saying that he likes to do what he do. Okay. I think he likes to do what he do. So any actions, you really shouldn't be too surprised, especially after this moment. You really should have thought that when he was with Tommy. Now he over here playing in this little 25-year-old face. Girl, that is it. Girl, this man is for the streets. I'm sorry. Okay. And that's just what it's given. It's given Mr. Attorney is for the streets. Like he ain't got the Rolls Royce and all the flashy things for nothing. He likes what he attracts. He attracted a lot of them. He let them know that he got a coin and you ain't the only one he's spending that coin on. Okay, you have a lot of healing to do, and I feel like you're trying to find that healing through the men that you are dating. And I don't like that for you. Girl, at this point, I was going to say you should have just stayed with Vince, but then now I'm being reminded that Vince was like abusive, right? He was physically, okay, you shouldn't have stayed. Girl, be by yourself. Please, Tamar, please let this man go. I'm tired. Please let him go. And matter of fact, all the Braxtons should be single. I'm just not even finna hold y'all. I'm not finna hold y'all. I think all of y'all should enjoy your own company. In my personal, Vaughn be online looking like he just tired of Trina ass, disrespecting her every which way. Sean be over here jumping all in the Braxton's business. He want to be a Braxton so bad. I believe he proposed to Trina at I'm not Trina, but I believe he proposed to Wanda at one of Tamar's concerts. So I could have sworn Tawanda then got engaged recently to the man after God knows how many years. Okay, after he played in that girl daddy face. 5 years later, here we are. He want to be a Braxton so bad that he probably gonna change his name to hers. The way he be hopping in the conversations, and Tracy couldn't stand his ass then, which is so funny because if it was up to Tracy wouldn't have his ass on the show while you trying to prevent her husband from being on here, or at least her widow, or oh, girl, y'all just need to be single, okay? Your mama still can't stand your daddy because when they had the counseling session, she's still over there rolling her eyes at him like, just let it go, please. Just everybody, y'all should be single, but y'all gonna do what y'all want to do, okay? Yes, and speaking of, because we gonna get into some things, okay? Let me put the speed on this one, y'all. I'm gonna try on 1.5, and I know that may be a little too fast for some of y'all ears, but I be trying to get through some of these people, but I need y'all to hear what they saying, okay? So Miss Tawanda is over here having a conversation with Sean, and I believe she's talking about her sister. Rest in peace to Tracy. And I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but there are, just a little piece of stuff. So we got a few things we're gonna get into. So let us just listen to it real quick, okay?
It's my sister.
Let me know if it's too fast, y'all. I'll slow it down to 1.25, okay?
My sister, guys. It was my sister, and regardless on what you guys think or what you guys' opinions are in watching the show, y'all just don't really understand the full scope of my relationship with all of my sisters. I don't think that you guys really understand the full scope of it. I don't think you understand. Like, even with growing up, I was always with Tracy. Tracy was always with me. We were always doing things. It was just always that's just what it was, That's just
y'all got grown.
That's what it was. Just saying. Even those individuals who says things like, the way that y'all treated Tracy so bad. And I asked this question and I said, please give me an example of how I treated Tracy bad. Give me an example of how I treated Tracy bad. Because I can't speak on behalf of anybody else.
You must have did something because Tracy has called you conniving. She's called you sneaky. Tracy has said some things. Tamar has said it too.
That was my question. And when I asked that question, the individuals were never able to produce any types of receipts to say this is what you did specifically to Wanda, this is what I saw or what I witnessed. And even when you saw certain things on the show, that's the show, people. That ain't that's not like my constant life. Because what you guys don't understand is we are a family. So we're not a put together cast. So if something happens that we get into an argument, or we are angry or upset with each other, or didn't like what if somebody says something that you didn't like, I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, girl, get it out.
It continues when the cameras are down. It continues when the lights go out. It continues because we're family. And that's just what it is. So after we start filming, or after we stop filming, we still got to get on the phone and talk about things. And we can't just show up the next day and pretend that nothing's going on. It just doesn't happen like that. Not with family. You can't do that with family. Just saying.
Also, too, I want to add this. And I said this last time we was on. Editing is so crucial when it comes to what y'all see.
Yeah.
So much be taken out, so much be added in. A little butt here, a little expression here, added there, taken. Like remember our episode on YouTube when Braxton was going to prom.
Yes.
And Tony came over, and literally the whole episode, Tony's like, "Where the prom at?" Right? Where the prom at? How many times did she ask that?
Well, she asked literally she asked about 3 or 4 times.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you count in that episode, it's like 100 times.
Yeah.
And that's the magic. That's the magic of editing. Because it was funny. It's like what she kept asking, where's the prom at? Where's the prom at? The same way, where's the prom at? Then you drop it in other places while other people talk in the back, where's the prom at? And that edit, she only said it once or twice, but it made it sound like she was saying it the whole time, the whole episode was going on, which made it funny. But if you have somebody who is editing that does not understand the family or have the family's best interest at heart, they try to tell the story about what you give them.
Right. And also it's a lot to compound in that amount of time every week, because you have to think about it, like especially in the beginning of Braxton Family Values, you have 5 girls, you have 5 different personalities, you have 5 different storylines that they have to put together to make it happen. Hey Keon, to make it happen. And I saw little Kevin, I saw Scratchy, but it went up fast. I ain't seen him no more.
Yeah. Say something, little Kim.
So
I'm looking for you, bro.
It's just it's a whole thing. So and then also, just like everybody else, I'm not exempt. I like to protect my peace. I have boundaries just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And it's not, it can't just be one-sided. One person can't say, okay, this is how I feel and this is how I want things, and everybody is just supposed to honor that and ignore what the next person wants, needs, or desires are. I'm just saying, you guys have to be mindful that everybody's human and nobody's perfect.
I also want to add this to what you're saying there, Amanda. Y'all's before the show. So how old were you in the show when you started recording the show, filming the show?
Well, we signed a contract in 2009. We started filming in 2010. So that's 14 years ago. And I'm 50. So that was 30. I was 36.
So from the age of 2, 3, when you could proceed, walk, talk, make words and stuff, until 36, there was a history there.
Absolutely.
Right.
36 years of history before the cameras. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So a lot of that plays into how you guys interact.
Yeah.
But people don't realize that shit was happening way back then that defined who does what, who's responsible for this, who's not, who's usually the person to do this, blah, blah, blah. So they just see it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray, yeah. So
we're gonna pause it right there. Okay. I might not finish this because it's gonna be more videos that I want to get into, but this is what I do want to check out. Okay. All right, we got to slide back to Miss Tamar ERA. Okay, so they're saying Jeremy Robinson says he's been single for the past 6 months and says he and Tamar Braxton are trying to figure out what it means to be friends again. Well, BITCH, that ain't what she had said last week, and you already knew that. Why you ain't been come out with that statement? Matter of fact, why you ain't had that statement when you started there and took that lady chain piece, that charm? But see, this is what happens, Tamar. This is on you, girl. You brought him to us, okay? He says, JR says, JR, just let it go. Show some grace. Well, sometimes grace requires defending yourself. I've always been accountable for my failures and spoken out about why they impacted me and other people. I'm not going to let a false narrative attack me, my family, and or the foundation I've worked so hard to protect. So here is how I feel about the situation.
You know, I initially was going to take the high road in this situation and not say anything. But the reality is I cannot keep getting attacked. My character can't keep getting attacked. I can't keep being thrown under the bus because someone can't control their anxiety. Someone can't control these delusional thoughts about things that aren't real. I am in no way wanting to attack anybody. My purpose in my life has always been to protect. I haven't ran to social media every time something happened to me in that relationship.
You lying because you ain't give us no video, but you damn sure will put a post up or you will put up something with a song. Stop playing.
Just trust me, with all the receipts and all the things that have happened, I could have. But I chose to do what a real man does, and that is protect the person that I've been with. In this situation, I'll be very clear. I've been single for the last 6 months. You know, we have been trying to identify what that looks like, closing one chapter and figuring out what it's like to be friends again. I've been very specific about my boundaries. I've been very specific about where we stand as friends.
Baby, it's giving he don't want you no more. He just want to have access to you. So that when them other girls ain't really featuring him, he can pull up on you. When he lonely, he want to go on a trip, he gonna call you for you to come on that trip with him. When he want to get something jumped on, he gonna jump on you. Okay? All right, it's gonna get real freaky leaky, real nasty lasty. Okay, that's just what it's giving to me. It's giving I want to be friends with benefits, but girl, you was over there talking about this man was your husband. So are y'all married or is y'all not? You over there talking about your children, knowing that you just got one. You was claiming his kids yet again. I'm surprised that baby mama didn't come back and clock you with some, comments. So I'm a little concerned, Miss Tamar. Like, this is what I'm saying, girl. You cannot go out like this. Between this man stressing you out and the damn show, and I know that you ain't in the middle of the drama over there on the show, but bitch, that's a lie. Okay, the people just dragged you for your vocals and your performance the other day, and then he done brought you down to the internet to drag you some more. Bitch, this is too much. Okay, you have got to take the break. Okay. And my, how things have changed. Because just last year, wasn't it last year you tried to sick this man over there on Todd and Candy? I'm just telling you what it is that I saw. And I'm telling you a lot can happen in a year. Okay? Because now here we are. Be careful.
Date anybody you want. I'm going to date when I'm ready. I am emotionally unavailable to you, and I'm physically unavailable to you. Now,
I don't know about that part.
Plans are put in place. Of course, I want someone that I consider to be family to be involved in that, because if anybody knows her, she is big on birthdays. I don't lead people on. I'm very direct. Listen, if anything that you're doing or that you want to do comes with an agenda, I don't want to be involved in it.
Why you took Charm?
Involved in my birthday plans. I don't want you to come to Turks and Caicos.
Well, then how did she get there? How did she? Because we saw that video. Now we ain't see her go to Turk. Now we ain't see her go to no Turk. But how did she get there to the birthday function? And you reposted the dang old Charm when she gave it to you.
This is not a record. We have been trying to identify what that looks like, closing one chapter and figuring out what it's like to be friends again. I've been very specific about my boundaries. I've been very specific about where we stand as friends. Reconciliation time. Whatever you decide you're doing, it's because we're friends. And because I'm still being involved in my son's life. I still would love for you to have a relationship with my children, but not to the extent that you make up these stories that aren't real. I went to New Orleans. I booked my room at Four Seasons on booking.com and didn't realize that the card I'm using, which also ends in the same 3 last numbers, was tied to something that we booked several months ago. No harm, no foul. We're talking $900. Stop it. While I'm in New Orleans for a funeral, my really good 25 plus year friend who passed away, I spent time with his family. I extended my stay because I needed time to reset. So I get a call yesterday. Hey, did you stay at Four Seasons? Yeah, I did. In fact, I extended. I gave them my reconciliation time. Whatever you decide you're doing, it's because we're friends and because card and everything's good. Why? What's up? Oh, well, I got a call about some chick who used my card at Four Seasons. I said, that's not possible. This is funny. Ha ha ha. What are you talking about? Well, I thought we can friends. We can talk about it, but this is laughable. I didn't stay with anybody at the Four Seasons. I'm not seeing anybody. Wasn't on a date. None of that. If I was, you're my friend. What do I have to hide about that? I'll just say cooler heads didn't prevail. And next thing you know, I'm on her story and I'm being accused of things which are just blatantly not true. I have never led Tamar Braxton on. I never will, nor will I. There are people, hate the name drop, but hey, Carlos King, you got me involved in this. You're part of the reason why we became friends. I've been very clear about my boundaries. I've been very clear about wanting to have a friendship, but not to the extent that, yo, friends don't card and everything's good. Why we each other on their stories and call each other out on stuff? Like, look, if there was a mix up with the card because of booking.com, yo, that's a quick fix. It's already taken care of. I've already contacted the Four Seasons and they've already issued a refund and they charged my card. It's that simple. Where did this random woman come in that you called a tramp? Somebody I became friends with on Instagram like maybe 3 days ago. It's just a reach, and I'm tired of having to stay quiet and not defend myself. Yo, mental health is real, and I understand how sometimes anxiety can get the best of us, but you just don't go on social media and start attacking somebody you say that you love, that you care for as a friend, and then you post pictures of you and my daughters together, but then you're throwing their dad under the bus. It's not cool, man. And the unfortunate reality is I thought that I could be friends and try to maintain each other on some type of friendship, but that relationship is done. And I didn't want to come out and like 6 months ago and be like, hey, I'm single again, because then people are like, oh, you're sassy. What? This is the reason why I did it last time, because of this assumption that I'm leading somebody on and that I'm cheating. I have never cheated in my life. Find a woman that will tell you I cheated on her. I'm not successful because I cheat. When I'm committed, I'm completely committed. Now, I'm not going to go there. There's a lot more I could talk about. I'm not going to do it because this isn't about revenge. This is about saying, hey, wait a minute. This shouldn't have happened. Picking up the phone and talking calmly and saying, hey, Jay, I got charged on my card. You stayed at Four Seasons. Okay, cool. But then you had to find a random narrative to go with it. It's messed up. And the truth is now there's potential defamation behind it because I don't even know this person. Never met her in my life. Never even had a DM, some type of friendship. But
potential defamation? What the? It's going too far.
Again, here I am defending myself because of all of these assumptions and all these internet bullies who don't have a clue, not one thing. They don't know nothing about me with her. Again, here I am defending.
Girl, Tamar, that man said he may have potential defamation attached to it. And he an attorney. Because you sat up there and called that lady a tramp saying she was over there in your man. And the man saying the whole time that y'all was just friends. Now, let me tell y'all something. I don't know if all of his story is true. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be honest to say that I feel like he's played in our face just like she has. So I can't say that everything you're saying is actual factual. But when he say that she's a friend, why I believe that part? I'm sorry, y'all. I can see that. I can see it, y'all. I see it. Come on, Kiki. I see her just being a friend and playing it up like it's more than that to some other women that may be watching her page. Knowing that most of what she posts gonna hit the blogs. So she's doing it for a particular reason. I do feel like he about told her that. Because I feel like that's also something the F-boy would say. Like, you know, I ain't trying to be in a relationship with you, but we can still be friends type thing. You know what I'm saying? They still want access to you, but want to sit up there and play it up and make it seem like, you know, I'm not emotionally available to you or physically. Yeah, right. Until you are. Until you feel like you want to be. But I can't. And then he also said it because I feel like this is typically what an F-boy would say. When you do SHI like this, they could turn around and say, I had told you what it was. What are your actions showing? Because you said a lot of shit out your mouth. But what are your actions showing? Mister, we're just friends, but we're going on trips to Turks. We're just friends, and I won't want you around at my birthday party and this and that. But I'm going to take this chain. I'm going to take this little charm that you got from my child. I'm going to take that pendant. Sir, contradicting, manipulative. Hello, I think that you guys have done that to each other. It's giving very toxic. It is. It's giving very toxic. For sure. Girl, this is so fucking embarrassing. Let me tell you something, Tamar. At your grown, big ass age that you at, bitch. Don't let a man tell you more than one time that he don't want your... I said don't let him... Okay? Don't let him tell you more than one time. Now, if you ain't learned shit from nobody, you should have learned that from your mama. Don't let a mother tell you more than once that he don't want your. Okay. Hello. Okay, because we haven't seen Miss Evelyn with not damn man since she left your daddy or whatever the case was. So she know a little something. Good. What do y'all have going on over there? Whew. Tamar, this is so fucking embarrassing. And I don't care what nobody say. She gonna go on the rant. She gonna say something. I feel like she finna start dropping receipts just to prove him wrong. I feel like we finna start seeing screenshots of text messages, all kind of video. Okay, because another thing about it, Tamar gonna get that last word. She gonna get the last one. So if you think this is over, Mr. JR, it's not. It's not. I feel like it's just getting started. And you know what else would be so stupid? If you came to the internet with this and she came to the internet with this, and I try to just be your friend. Okay, we can't be friends. Girl, if y'all coming to us with all of that shit and then y'all get back together, I'm not gonna deal with y'all no more. I'm just not gonna do it because y'all full of it. Okay. But anywho, child, let me skedaddle. Because there is more that I want to get into when it comes to these Braxtons. Okay. Now let us hop over here. And I'm about to fast forward this speed on y'all. Oh, child, because it's so much. All right. Let me know if it's too quick for y'all. Now, this one here that we about to get into is Scratchy. Scratchy and Tawanda on live.
Yeah. So everyone's still grieving Lauren. And then my mom is sick now.
So y'all know Lauren was their brother's daughter that passed away. I read in a magazine article where the dad said that she had a heart condition, and then I read somewhere else that she passed away. I think it could have been an accidental fentanyl overdose from what I read somewhere else. Okay. But it's still a very sad situation. So she passed. I think she may have passed in 20, I'm gonna say between 2019 and 2021. So that's what he's saying. Like, everybody was dealing with that passing, still not over the passing of, Lauren, and then his mom ends up passing, because I believe that Lauren was like the first big pass, like the first like close family passing that they have had, ever. And I think that was when Tamar didn't go to the funeral because she said she had a lot going on mentally or something, and she ended up getting drugged for that because they was like, how dare you not show up to that? But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the rest of what they're saying.
As far as me and my father, we're okay. We're good. As far as everything else, I'm a grown ass man.
Come on.
I'm a grown ass man. I have a whole child.
A whole child.
And that's what I'm focused on.
That's
my baby, Kevin, BK, whatever. I love my family. And I love you. Yep. I love everybody else. Most definitely. I love you too, for real. But whatever doesn't need to be spoken on, it's always spoken on behind closed doors.
Yep. That's exactly. That's why I said what I said. It ain't none of me. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Always talking about behind closed doors, but y'all felt the need to bring it to the people on the television show. Are y'all okay? And then it's the hypeness when he said I'm a grown ass man, this, that, and the other. It's the overhypeness for it for me. I just don't feel like y'all talk like it like that until the show happened. I really don't. I don't feel like y'all, girl, none of my.
You don't have to explain further. They wasn't there when we all came out to Atlanta having a big Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner. They wasn't there. They wasn't there at that time, They wasn't there. Having, man, we're good. We're all good. I love the energy that y'all provided me at the end of the day.
I mean, he do need that. He does need that support.
You give me a random phone call. Like, how you know I need this phone call? Who called you? What do you know? You be like, I just want to check on you. Like, I appreciate it. I was having a day today. I appreciate you for that.
Of course. I love you to your bones.
And I love you too.
And I'm proud of you, for real.
I
tell you that, but I'm telling you again and again and again. Again and again and again.
And again. And you know what? Auntie, I'm proud of you too.
Thank you, Nick.
My little Dory. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Well, I love you. I'm about to, your auntie is tired.
As much time as she spent on that live.
I've been flying my helicopter. I built a helicopter.
With the helicopter?
I built a helicopter.
Anywho.
Because it's been hard. It's been 2 years and it's been hard. And I thank y'all.
Of course. Always and forever.
Always and forever.
Always and forever.
You can take your old ass to sleep. And I will.
Thank you so much.
Honey, you're not old to me.
Thank you.
You're a very young breast. Very young breast.
See what I'm saying? That's why.
Let's skip. Okay. Let's skip. I can't. Let's get into the next one. Now they're saying Tawanda's boyfriend, Sean, always inserting himself in family drama. Now I could have sworn she had got engaged to this man, but maybe I'm tripping. Okay, but let's get into what Sean has to say. Then I'm gonna show y'all something else. Okay. I'm not gonna listen to this long ass video, but here we go.
Conversations that we've had, they don't know. They don't know how Tracy explained everything to every member of her family and apologized about a lot of stuff that was said, done, and experienced. They don't know.
Yeah, whoever this is, the one divorced, but Tracy was on the album, idiot.
Tracy was on the album. What are you talking about? Yeah. The one. See, that's the narrative. That's the narrative that has been planted. That's the narrative to keep dissension. Right. That's the narrative. That's right. Exactly what I was talking about. That's the narrative. And when you don't know, and when you've only been told to keep the negative narrative, of course you're going to embrace that, because first of all, you're going to embrace, these individuals are going to want to embrace a negative narrative because that's how they want to live their lives. Right. In that negative,
that's not about, why do y'all change? See, that's changing the narrative right there in my personal, because that's how they want to live their lives. I don't think it's that's how they want to live their lives. I think people are giving you their honest feedback based on what they've witnessed of y'all lives over the past few years. That's where they're getting their thoughts and opinions from the things they can recall from when they watched all these years.
And that's
it ain't their fault. Blame editing.
They can stay right there to believe whatever they've been told, but I have facts. Facts are facts, and words can't change it.
Also, too, like, it's like when people pass on, you honor them by honoring their past, what they've contributed to a certain community and stuff like that. You don't try to pimp their name after they go.
God, no. Or try to sell tickets.
Pimp their name. Pimp their name and sell tickets. Pimp their name and sell tickets. How are you pimping? I'm so confused by that. Pimp their name and sell tickets. Who was selling tickets? They tried to say her husband was selling tickets to the memorial service. Okay. Now I haven't seen nobody say they actually paid for no tickets to go to the service. That's out now. And you talk about narratives at the top of this video. So if that is not an accurate, true narrative that can come with receipts, I don't think that's fair, because then you're turning a narrative on him. That's not cool at all. I just don't think that's nice. And you don't want him to have any say, but your man, who's not even married into the family, can have so much to say and ain't even been around as long as the husband was. Like,
I can't see. I can't see it. So
you can't put your little glasses on?
Oh yeah, I got glasses on now. You don't know. I've known Tracy all my life. Can you say the same?
No, we can't. So that will also apply to the man sitting next to you.
That's what the truth is. I don't care what you've seen.
That's crazy work.
I'm telling you what I've lived. How about that?
Yeah. And also too, I think we probably, should stop really engaging with these stupid ass questions, because you have a person or a group of sisters that grew up with this person since birth. You have some, and then you have people that watch the show and then think they have a real opinion after they have an edit of the show, and then they're like, oh, this is what it is. But I don't know. I wish blessings for everybody. I want people to be happy. I want people to flourish. I want their businesses to grow. I want their relationships with their families to be good. Like I'm just not on the negative, the bringing up old shit, mad about something that happened fucking 40 years ago, blaming. Like, I'm just not there. I'll be flying so high, I don't even see that shit.
Exactly. It's not about see, this is how you're making it about yourself. It's not about you being there, because you weren't there, literally. Okay, 40 years ago, Bookie Butt, you were not there to have so much to say. I feel like you a spectator, just like a lot of us fans are. To be honest, you about on the same level as us. Just a little piece, a little twink. So you told like, I'm just not there. It just doesn't matter to me. I'm just not. It's really not even about you. This is the Braxtons. Girl, I'm telling y'all, that man gonna change your last name to Braxton.
What we're saying, honey, we're saying that, and however, we all that's the whole thing. We don't want to engage in people who are stuck in something that they've been sitting on for how many years now?
These are the contradicting things, because as you're talking about the fans being stuck, then you have to explain you being stuck on disliking Kevin Sr. So if you want the people to move on, I think enough of that can go around in my personal, girl. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Cookie, for the super chat. Aren't they the ones that allowed Tracy to be identified as the wannabe? We didn't make that narrative up. That's how they came to us with the BS. Period. Thank you so much, Miss Cookie Ray, for the super chat. Okay. I just don't think this is just not
100. Scratchy's on 100.
Hey, Scratchy, we're here.
Get to the point, and we're gonna switch to something else.
Oh, that's on all black. Hey, nephew.
Okay. Hey, I'm not gonna get into Scratchy. What I am gonna get into is the daddy, okay? Because the daddy took over there to social media. He made some posts that were pretty interesting, and this was recently in the last 3 days. And here's one of the posts, okay? Let me see if I can cut the audio on this one and refresh it just a little bit. Let's see if it'll let it play for me.
I think there's a lot of history there that happened before any of us showed up. And, you know, we just want y'all to get on the same page, love on each other, figure these things out in one location where they can communicate and begin healing. I feel like, you know, they just need to talk it out.
Well, if Ayana couldn't do it, Bishop couldn't do it, but what the hell do you think you can do?
Everybody can come to it with an open mind, open heart, with the focus of healing.
For Sean to jump out there and try to be the facilitator of these sisters talking is nonsense. I don't care how long he's been around. He hasn't been in. So you got to choose wisely because it's going to bring a reaction.
I think it'll be good. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so, no. It was bad, New York and Washington. You're not going to degrade me, dumb me down, or anything else. I have feelings just like everybody else. And you can't tell me I got to turn the other cheek. Because when it happens to you, let's see your cheeks.
Tracy feels that Yama, Dr. Sherry, Bishop T.D. Jakes failed.
If you're going to throw everything on top of the problem, you can never solve any problem because you can't isolate any one thing at a time. This toxicity is nauseating. If you were my daughters, I would go ballistic. They'd have to cut the cameras off. This is a disgrace. You're spoiled.
I don't know if Tracy gonna hit something here. And I don't give a hot damn if y'all believe that or not, because she don't lunge at y'all. So y'all don't have that same feeling that I do. You have to yell. Why are you yelling? This is why we can't communicate, Dr. Sherry, because everybody acts like, oh my God.
I think that we failed ourselves. In order for us to move forward, we need to make the choice to heal with each other. We have to make that decision. No one else can force us to do that.
All four of your cheeks, both your face and that ass, because they will spank that ass after they finish slapping you in your face.
Are you willing to at least sit down with the girls and try?
Okay. So that's one that he put up. And then where's the other one that he put up? This one right here.
Let it happen. Let it happen. Okay, yeah, I was saying how it hurt me. But it become nonchalant. Like, who gives a rat's tail if it hurt her?
I feel like Tracy has been the black sheep for a long time. She's been treated differently. I can't really pinpoint why. It could be me, it could be whatever she chose in life, but I definitely know she gets that. I definitely know how it affects her. I've heard her cry a lot of nights over it. So it's like, it's a big thing to her, and I just pray for healing. Hopefully it'll all come back together like it should. Sean has never really been around you.
Never been around me.
So that's why your reaction was like that.
Hey, you don't know me. You may know me or of me for 26 years. We never sat down. How can you say that you know me? I felt like it was an ambush. Tawanda knew how I felt about having a confrontation, and they did it anyway. I ain't feeling my sisters always ignore my feelings. Since episode 1, when I said about how they treat me like and they still treat me like might as well tell the truth, shame the devil. You know, the habits don't change. Not that often.
I know it was a lie. Mm-hmm. I was worried about you. And I think you really...
Okay. So if y'all wonder where we got that from Tracy. Tracy said y'all do her like that. That's what Tracy had said. Okay. I'll just let y'all know. I just thought that was real interesting. Okay. I don't think this was the same clip that I saw where she pretty much was going off on her sister and told her, like, this right here is my husband. That's your fucking boyfriend. Like, girl, don't sit up there and play with me. Okay. So she ate her up then. And yeah, let's get into some things over here. First of all, I have to give shout out to Really BTV. Okay. Shout out to my girl, Really BTV. She did her own breakdown of the will, the last known will that has been put in Maryland for Miss Tracy Braxton. Okay. Now, as she stated, and as I'm stating, there could be another one out there. Okay. Not sure if there is, but on record in Maryland, this is the last one that was drafted in December of 2021, just a few months before Miss Tracy passed away. So let us kind of get into a few of the details here. Okay. There was some things that was being said about Tracy not wanting a funeral or anything like that. I do believe she discussed those details here, wanting to be cremated, and also who she was leaving in charge of what. So it says, I direct my personal representative to pay all costs and expenses of my last illness and funeral expenses. It is my express wish that there be no last rites or memorial service of any sort by my sorority. Now, at this time, she's only speaking of her sorority that she does not want a memorial service from. She is not speaking about her husband and her husband and her son at this time. Okay. She's only speaking about her sorority. Okay. Me being a member of D9, there is a ceremony that takes place once a person, does pass away. And like she said, she doesn't want to be viewed or anything like that. And so there's that. All right. She want to be cremated. All right. There's that. All right. So she says, this is not a representation of my lack of affection for my beloved organization. I simply wish to move the matter along with the absolute least amount of suffering for those who love me. I hereby direct that I am cremated after my passing and that my remains be distributed to my son and my husband. Should they wish to possess a small memorial keepsake of my remains, such should be provided to my mother, father, and siblings. Okay. Prior to cremation, I hereby wish that there be one viewing. How I am dressed shall be determined solely by my son and by my husband. The guest list for my viewing shall also be solely determined by my son and my husband. So it's giving, when they talk about the conversation of when they're talking about the conversation of, oh, she didn't want a funeral or anything like that. Number one is they're saying that she did not get a funeral. There was a memorial service, and it seems like from this paperwork she may be okay with that. But of course, as you know, it's been mentioned, there could be another one. This is the one that was put out in Maryland just a few months before she passed. Okay. In addition to her recording whatever thing she needed to record with her attorney, all right, verbally. All right. What else? They're saying, after all costs and expenses of my last illness and funeral expenses have been paid, I will give any remaining monies as follows. All right. I hereby will give any and all benefit due to me, not otherwise accounted for, to my son, and hereby direct that my administrator immediately execute this. Okay. So any monies that she had left was supposed to go to her son. All right. I do not find this to be something that's uncommon at all. All right. I think most mothers are going to look out for their children first. Okay. As I've already stated. All right. She does go on to speak on a Navy Federal account that she has that's under her name or under her LLC. She says that is to be given to her husband. So people have said that the man ain't get nothing. Nothing was left to him. But whatever was in that federal Navy Federal account, that went to their husband. Okay. Also goes on to say that she says the same thing. Any and all money should be given to the husband. Irrevocable trust to be created in the name of Tracy One Trust. All right. She says this intent is for her grandchildren and for her son. All right. I think her son is supposed to be in charge of that, but the money is supposed to go to the grandkids. All right. She says she would like a foundation be created. All right. The foundation of Tracy Braxton, Vision Almighty. The intent and purpose of said foundation shall be shall be to educate the public. Namely the African American community about her specific cancer that she had. All right. And she wants her son to be in charge of that. I feel like, okay, this is giving him a lot to be in charge of. Okay. They go on to say, I hereby direct that all entities associated with her brand, image, name, rights, the likeness be managed by Clifton Jones, I believe, who was her manager. And it shall be given to her son if he is ready to assume full responsibility. So Clifton is supposed to be in charge, but once her son shows that he can handle it, she would then like it to be released to him. She goes on to say, in my personal representative to, I further direct my personal representative to pay all debts probated, registered, and allowed against my estate. However, the provision shall not extend the statute of limitations. Okay. In the event I name a person in this article and said person, pretty much passes, or precedes me, she says, she says such person shall lapse and the property shall pass under the other provisions of this will. So if somebody else were to go, then it's going to go to the next person. In the event that at the time of my death I am employed or otherwise due any funds, any and all funds shall be made due and payable to her son. Okay. What else? Let's go back up where she says, I direct my personal representatives to convey any and all real estate property I own at the time of the death and dispose same equally amongst my birth children. Okay. Well, it has birth children, but also she has basically her husband and her son. It's Kevin Sr. and Jr. So they are the ones that's supposed to get rights to her real estate. She says, I hereby will be given my memorial, a diamond ring, and remains of Lauren Braxton to her husband. So the remains. And that's what's interesting. People try to say, and if this is at the last article, this is interesting to me because they're trying to play the man out like she ain't leave him nothing. But why would she trust the remains of her niece, of her brother's daughter, to her husband? Girl, what? I would give that to one of my siblings. I would give it back to the brother, to be honest. But the memorial, the diamond ring, and the remains of Lauren Braxton to be given to the husband. That's interesting. Okay. In the event I name a person in this article, y'all know the rest. Okay. She says, I will devise and give all the rest and remainder of my property and estate of every kind of character, including but not limited to, otherwise effectively dispose of, basically to her husband and her son. Okay. Okay. If they both pass, it looks like, if they fail to survive her, she says, I give and devise such property to my descendants who survive me. So basically it seems like the grandchildren. Okay. Except that the share of any descendant then under 25 of age may be held in a trust. Okay. So if you're over 25 and the dad passed away, and or they would have passed, the dad and the son, then it would go to the grandkids. If they're under 25, it'll be in a trust and they're just gonna have to wait for it. Article 5. Okay. It says, I hereby appoint my son as representative of my estate and this will. In the event that all of my personal representatives shall, predecease me, she says, for any reason, or shall fail to qualify or cease to act as my the person that's in charge, she says, then I hereby appoint, please get this, I hereby appoint Michael Braxton Jr. If this took place, and this is the last one, thank you, executor. If this is the last one, and there is no other will, okay, because this is in writing. Although we have what is verbal, we have what is in writing, okay? Now, even what the attorney said was that the mama was willing to give things to the son if he was ready, okay? But what's killing me softly is that if her son, he will be the personal representative of her estate and the will. In the event that all of my personal representatives shall pass, and keep in mind, the husband plays a role as a personal representative as well as the son, okay? If they are not around, give it to my brother. Girl, I feel like Candy Auntie. Okay? to come to us with the boy. That's what I feel like, because at the end of the day, I don't see a sister name here. Okay? I don't see it here. I'm sorry. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. I don't see that. I don't see that here. I don't see it. I'm looking. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Do you see it? I don't see it. I'm not seeing it. I don't see it. Do you see it? Because I don't see it. But y'all was over here trying to drag that man. Like that man ain't get left absolutely anything. Y'all was dragging that man like that man ain't get left. Okay? I'm just telling y'all what it was given and what it was looking like. Okay? Over here clowning this man. You must be terrible for her to not leave you a dime. As if mothers are not going to make sure their kids are straight because the adults know how to get it. Okay? They've lived more life than the child. Why would I not give my child a leg up? Y'all love talking about some damn generational wealth. Hello, are you there? Come back up for air. Okay? Y'all love talking about generational wealth, and then when a woman decides to leave her wealth or whatever she has left to the kid, then you confused because you think the husband is just that terrible of a person. I'm not saying he's perfect. That's not what I'm saying, because I'm not team nobody. Okay? But what I am saying is y'all making it only about, oh, he cheated and he did this and he did that. You must be horrible with money. You was going to sit out there and play that lady money and spend it on these people. What happened to the generational wealth that y'all was over there running y'all mouth about? What happened to that? Mama gonna always look out for their babies. Period. And this even said that she was looking out for them grandchildren too, if this is the last. So we are okay. This is their court documents. This is public. This is public information. Okay, now she may have had a will or something like that over in California, somewhere else, but listen, she resided in Maryland. She had a home there. She had a life there. This will make sense to me. Okay, and I don't see their names in the documentation, but you don't want him to come on the platform to say anything, and for him to use his social media platforms to say everything, and that is exactly what he's doing. He's bringing up old clips to clock you guys. Okay, he's reposting old clips to clock you guys. He says, I don't have to say a lot because the clips are there. They're clocking you guys, and you want to be mad. You don't want him to come on the platform and say anything as you discuss him and have his son. You're over there playing his son out. Okay? That's what you're doing, having this boy over there on the show, and I'm sure he's on the show because he does need a coin. Okay? Y'all don't want this man on the show for whatever reason, and y'all making it seem like the man, and for the point, y'all making it seem like he's upset that his son has everything, that his son was given oh so much. Y'all first made it seem like he didn't get nothing when he did. That's the point with the will, okay? Things were left to the husband. It wasn't just left to the son. The estate was left to the son, but the estate was left to the son should he be ready. What also is the point for anyone asking, for you? Whatever she had left that would not go to the husband and the son, should anything happen to them, is going to the brother. It ain't even going to the sisters. So if y'all was going to be mad at something, she didn't even want y'all to have it. And you know what else is so interesting is they try to play it out to make it seem like he was upset about his son getting everything. Back in 2022, an article with Page 6 has a statement from the husband saying that Tracy gave everything to her son. Back in 2022, he already said this because she knew that the sisters would not, or not everything, but she gave certain things to her son because she knew that they would not fight him on it. That's why her son is to receive. And then the next person they probably won't fight is the brother. So he said that back in 2022. So it's just real interesting to see what's trying to be shaped at this time. Okay. Girl, you mad. Ooh, that person that says so you know. So you know, based on her will, it's left to the husband and the son. So just for you to know. So you still gonna watch the show. So you still gonna feel how you feel. And so I'm still gonna feel how I feel too. And so we're gonna call a thing a thing. And so it's not giving how they try to play it out to be. And so it's giving a piece of cap. And so you still on my live. And so it's still giving pressed. Okay? I'll just let you know. And so it ain't changing nothing over here. Hello? Are you okay? I am. I'm Gucci. I'm good. I just wanted to give you guys what it is that I saw. Okay? Shout out to my girl Really BTV. I'm just giving you guys what it is that I saw. Now, if you a little piece of mad, that's not my fault. I'm not asking you to like or dislike him. You're going to do what you want to do anyway, because that's just how you is. I'm just telling you what the Will said in Tracy's personal and giving you my thoughts in my personal. It is what it is. You can stay mad if you want to. I appreciate the subscription anyway, because that's the only way that you're able to comment in the chat. So thank you. Okay. But you asked that I respond. Okay. That's just all I said. I know. Listen, I'm just saying. Unfortunately, Tracy had the lease. Why would they take what she has? Well, see, this is the thing. What she has is her name, is the estate. You know what I'm saying? In order to use her likeness, because her son has control over that. Right? So they wanted her likeness to be used on the show, not just because she's a Braxton sister. You could be a Braxton sister all day, but to use her likeness on the show, that's what it is. That's what they would need it. Now they also, see, this is the documents I've been looking for too, right? People have been saying that the sisters tried to fight Big Kevin on the home, because the home, as you also saw in when I read part of the will, the home was left to him. So with the home being left to him, they're saying that, from what I've heard allegedly, that the sisters, and I'm not sure which sisters because it may not be all, tried to fight him on the home, right? On having access to the home, but then the judge shot it down and said, absolutely not. Like, y'all not gonna get this house. And that's what I've been trying to find. Something confirming that story. And I haven't quite seen that as, just yet. Okay. So I'm not sure how accurate that is. I don't know if Kevin Sr. may have mentioned that in a interview or something like that, explaining that they tried to fight him on that and they ended up getting denied. So yeah, that's another piece to it as well. So girl, yeah. Okay, that's what I thought too, child. And you know what? That's what I thought too. Jami, I thought that they did the show because Tracy asked them to. I feel like Tracy about asked them to do the show with her when she was the only one doing it. Y'all didn't come up for air then. Y'all didn't come up for air then to do the show when she really wanted you to. But she has to take care. She had, in my opinion, she had to take care of that son, them grandkids. She had to take care of herself. So she couldn't afford to stop her checks like some of y'all could have. Trina had what, bar one or whatever she had going on, and let y'all tell it, Gabe was over there taking care of her. Tamar had Vince, so she had the real. If she ain't had the real, she had her successful singing career. Tony over there being the actress that she is. Brother got a job and stuff like that. Like Tracy had to get her coin. What else? I don't think Tracy had a whole lot of other stuff going on. She needed her money, so y'all could have came up and did a little something with her then. But then y'all wait till she leave and then want to tell us that she told y'all to continue the show. And she may have told them that. I'm not even going to, she may have told them. She may have. Okay. But girl, this is a messy, honey. But I just had to come and give y'all a little taste, give y'all a little piece, let y'all know my thoughts. I'm going to always let you guys argue in the comments until you get a little piece of disrespectful. Then I might have to do a little tip tap on you. Okay. But thank you guys so much for being here. I thank you guys so much for watching. Okay. We had about 1,000 people in the chat. Thank you for being here. Make sure you're liking up the video. We love for the likes to match. Okay. Now you can catch me now over on the Instagram as well as the Twitter at JamiThatsMe. Okay. So go ahead and make sure you do those things as well. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Why I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, and just single the mile. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler, the flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad one.